Hello everyone. Welcome to Lionsgate portal today. Today is August 8th, 2017. My name is Evelyn and my company is Twin Flames 3344. My website is www.twinflames3344.com, and that information is below along with my email. If you should need any of my services for coaching, if you're just awakening and you're confused and you're not sure what's going on in your life and you think you might be a twin flame, I can help you with that. I also do cards and numerology. And I have a CD out called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames. And it will actually help activate you to pull up some wounding to clear and that kind of thing. So if you're interested in any of that, just go to my website. The information is below. Okay. So again, today is August 8th, 2017. And what's more representative of the Lionsgate portal than the number 8, because it's the strength card. It's about controlling the lion, the ego, the passion, and the woman who is gently able to tame this beast with their kindness, and spirits connecting with me. The day is the 8th, and it's the 8th month, but it's also the day that adds up to 26, which is the Page of Wands. And the page is the student. It's also the message. So it's a passionate message. It could also be a fire sign or passionate child, someone who's very physical. And it's just really about that genuine wonder and inspiration in life. It's about the childlike wonder and energy. So when you look at the Strength card, or you think of a Leo, you think of something strong and powerful. But really, what's more strong and powerful than the love of a child and their inspiration? What they get excited about, what they get happy about, the way they want to love, and spirits connecting with me and all of that. So maybe something to think about next time you think about a Leo or a lion and what it really means to be strong. I have my male headings for today. And by the way, today feels a lot clearer than yesterday. Yesterday were some really heavy energies. I've been feeling my twin in my heart for the past week or two, and some days it's really, really heavy. It really weighs down on me. And yesterday was one of those days. Actually, the day before was harder than that. Yesterday cleared up later yesterday, and today definitely feels better energy-wise. Now that we're in the portal, you might want to ask your twin to come through this portal with you. The male headings I got for today were, and by the way, my male was at 1919 when I checked my male headings, and that was at 11:46, and 46 is the 6 of Cups, which I think of as the twin flames. Okay, so they are starts now, IMRS 2000, which I see as I misses to 000. Go to 0, go to the void. Extended. 511 was dial up the excitement, score big. 555 was Puritan's pride. So there may still be a little bit of pride involved here. 605, about my future. 616, daily job alert. 717, so 717 in caps, breaking news. 729, 9 p.m. And then at 7:33 it said now through Monday. 8:03, we made you a list. 8:06, new space. 8:09, so about that cold shoulder. 8:14, use code dress up. 8:41, greatest artistic treasures. So maybe you might want to go to a museum. 8:44, needing answers. Maybe there's answers at the museum. 8:46, book your Las Vegas flight today. 8:46, again, new beauty is here. And you can try one. 9:06, wallet friendly. 9:08, exclusive edition of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. 9:41, I can't read my writing. Oh, bonus money, honey. 9:46 ends tonight. And then 10:07, get to know us a little better. Then 10:07 again, characters they heart or love. Characters they love. 10:24 is LinkedIn. 10:32, September 8th, maybe a date that is connected to some of you. 11:15 was 10 places where you can travel. And Las Vegas was listed in this again, as well as Paris and beyond. Woo. 11:17, make a trip around the world. Okay, so those are the mail headings for the day. And I'm going to go right into the Divine Masculine read for the Twin Flames. The underlying energy is the Ace of Wands. And by the way, underneath that is the Ten of Swords. So they've ended the negative thoughts in the mind, and that now the underlying energy is about passion. So how fitting that the Page of Wands is the energy for today. The clarification cards for this Ace of Wands are the High Priestess and the Moon reversed. So that's all about secrets. And this passion, that's a secret. Okay, but it's about a passionate new beginning. And that's the underlying energy, so it's really enveloping everything. The other underlying energies from the clarification deck are the Chariot reversed, and under that is the Ace of Swords reversed. So it's really about needing to stay still. I don't see it or feel it as being so much stuck as it is time to stay still for a moment. There needs to be some things thought through, including lies or splits that are represented by the Ace of Swords reversed. The foundation of the read, and I have some, I don't usually use the main deck for clarifications, but I did pull these cards out singly today, as opposed to just shuffling once and then dealing them out. These are all pulled out singly with clarification cards. So the foundation is the Sun, and what came out with it as a clarification is the Six of Pentacles. So there's, the Sun is all about Leo and strength and happiness and being a child. So all these great energies, and Spirit's connecting with me on this. And it's about the give and take and the sharing and being charitable. This is the card that's clarifying the Sun, that the Divine Masculine gets much joy out of this. And this is their work, what they love to do. Helping people. It's clarified by the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So on the Ace of Wands was the High Priestess. So yes, the High Priestess is psychic and intuitive and secretive. And we had the Moon reverse, which is deception, which connects with that Ace of Swords reverse that was under the Chariot, and why it's upside down, because there is deception and lies going on with this passion. And here there's the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, which can be so representative of the Divine Masculine with his Divine Feminine. The thought of the give and take in this relationship where they would work together so well. And here we are in the suit of Pentacles, which is about practicalities and money, and it is the integration of all the other suits. So the divine masculine is beginning to understand the worth of the divine feminine and how well they might be able to work together. In that balanced give and take. In the recent past, by the way, the Tarot Sexual Magic underlying energy is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? And underneath that is the Eight of Chalices. So it's this Queen of Pentacles who's been searching for herself and is coming into herself. And she's come up again today, and that's definitely the divine feminine. But before I go on to the rest of the read, there's a few different court cards that came up as far as queens. And what I'm getting from this is the divine masculine really thinking about what are the qualities that he wants in someone going forward. Who is it that he really wants to be with? And so here in the past, the Queen of Cups came up. Okay? As in the recent past, clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So here, and again, this is in the recent past, so it's not in the present anymore, he's realizing that he was holding on to this idea of the nurturing woman. The woman who would love him and take care of his home and the children, and would always be there for him, to care for him whenever he needs something, and may have some insight and intuition to help him make decisions and that kind of thing. It's clarified by the King of Pentacles, the Five of Cups reversed, and the Three of Wands. So, when he was the money maker in the relationship, and he had to get over emotions and go forward in business, waiting for a ship to come in, he could have this loving person always there as support. Okay? So is this what he wanted as his divine feminine? Well, that's in the past now, so he's realizing maybe that's not what I really wanted. The central issue for the whole read is the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is clarified by, again, the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. So it's about this passion that's tying in again to the Ace of Wands. He's very passionate about this Queen of Pentacles. He wants to make or send a message of love. The page is a message. It's not actually a physical offering. It's a message. They're messengers. And it's also about being shy. It's the Page of Cups, and Spirit was connecting with me on that. It's an immature love. And it could be someone who's afraid to come forward because they're afraid to get their heart broken, or they're scared and they don't know what to do, they don't know what to say. But it's definitely in connection with the Queen of Pentacles. The challenge in this passion has to do with the Queen of Wands. Okay, and she's got a black cat, which kind of indicates, she might not always be on the up and up. So here is the challenge, what came up as the clarifier for that queen is the High Priestess. So it's clarifying this Queen of Wands as a secretive person. And it's also clarified by the Hierophant reversed and the King of Wands reversed. So he's seeing this kind of feminine as an obstacle in his life, because this is the sexy woman, the passionate woman with secrets. So someone who can end his marriage and make him upset and tired and drain him. Okay, that's what those clarifiers are. And she could also have strong intuition, but she could also use that against him. And now remember, in the recent past with the Queen of Cups, when she's reversed, she's manipulative. So he maybe is learning all these things about the different traits of the different kinds of women that he's known. This Queen of Cups might have been very manipulative, or the queen or King of Cups reversed can be someone who drinks too much too, or just socializes or parties too much. They're not focused on really their relationship, when the Queen of Cups upright would be. So it just depends on the negative and positive aspects of that person. And then with the Queen of Wands, she's sexy and she likes lots of attention. And so on the one hand, that's great. You have this great looking person who's sexy and likes to have fun, but are they integrated with the other qualities that you need, the stability and the love? Are they really going to be there for you? And if they're secretive, it's going to cause a problem. And now the Divine Masculine has understood how that's a problem in the marriage relationship, allowing this kind of energy to come into their field. So then in the underlying energy for the journey of, or not the journey of love, the romance angels, is engagement. Okay. And that's about your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So it doesn't necessarily mean engagement, but it is a coming together in the next step in the relationship. And under there is staying optimistic, is the card underneath that one. What's in the Divine Masculine's present now moment and in their head and heart is the Fool. So he's ready to be free. He is free. It's in his now moment. So if he might have just left a relationship. And the clarification cards that came out with that are the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So he's freeing himself from perpetually not having enough money and a broken heart. Or he's freeing himself from separation. Freeing himself from someone who's always asking him for money. But it is the Page of Pentacles, so it is about immature practicality. So something small could be some kind of offer that's been made to the Divine Masculine as well, by someone who broke their heart, and he's like, no thanks, and he's just taken off. It's also clarified by the Emperor and the Four of Swords reversed. So it's kind of like he's back in his Emperor, he's back in his masculine, and he's over it. He's been up nights thinking about things, and he's done. Doesn't want to think about it anymore. Or it could be he's coming out with secrets as well. He's back in control, he knows who he is, and he's coming out. He's no longer needing to rest and think about things. Next to those cards were the Romance Angels cards that came out. Okay, we have Retreat. Okay, I'm going to show you them singly. That's let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Chemistry. Okay. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Okay, so he definitely is recognizing that he still has some control issues because he's showing himself as the Emperor. Okay, and the Emperor's in control. But there's definitely chemistry here, and he either wants to get away for himself to think about things, or maybe he wants to ask someone to go away. Okay, because there is an idea of some relationship going to the next level. In the near future, we have the Five of Pentacles. So that's normally feeling left out in the cold, or just, in a bad financial place. But there's a couple there, so they still have each other. But trying to find a way out of this. It is a 5-2, so it's like a transition period too. Maybe there's just some financial issues during this interim, during the change in their life. And the two cards that came out to clarify that were the Hierophant and the Nine of Cups. And it's like being left, it's like being left out in the cold from this marriage and from emotional fulfillment. Now these are all upright cards, so they're not reversed because they're upright. They're just all upright cards. So we're looking at the positive and the negative aspects of all of these cards, except for the mini deck. Those are all reversed and uprights. So he's out in the cold because he wasn't getting this emotional fulfillment from this marriage. And it's clarified by the Knight of Swords reversed, the Seven of Pentacles reversed, and the Six of Swords. So he's the King of Wands reversed, so he's not happy. He could be, spewing, some negative words to other people. And the Seven of Pentacles is about, doing all this waiting for nothing. Why did I wait all this time in hopes that things would go to calmer waters instead of changing something? Why did I hold on for so long? Spirit's connecting with me. Yeah, he's saying, now look where I am. Now I have to deal with this because I didn't speak up. The King of Swords reversed can also be not saying anything. And waiting and waiting and waiting to go to the next level. Waiting for something to happen. Maybe he's waiting for his partner to change and be more helpful in the relationship to him in the way he sees it. Maybe it's him waiting for an old love, or maybe someone he never got over in the past to come back in his life. He just waited too long, and now that he's waking up to what is real, what he really desires in a relationship, he's realizing that he spent all this time working and waiting for nothing. And of course we always know it's not for nothing. It's just the process. Now he sees himself as the Magician. Okay. So that's a 1. Again, that goes in with the new beginnings, with the Fool and the Ace of Wands. He's very passionate. And he feels like he is the messenger of truth, because he is the King of Swords as well. That's clarifying the Magician. Like he's going to make magic. He's going to be the truth teller. It's clarified by the Temperance card reversed, the Nine of Cups, and the Two of Cards reversed. And also came up the Devil reversed. Okay, so this is definitely about telling truth. He's impatient in telling this truth about what really makes him emotionally happy, what gives him satisfaction, and why he needed to end this toxic relationship that he was in. Okay, and it may even be him kind of yelling at himself, because the Knight of Swords is coming at the Magician too. So maybe constantly reminding himself of why I'm doing this. And then in his environment, and by the way, that's the Queen of Pentacles is in between these two things, the Magician and the Page of Cups. So this is a message of love. Could also be a child. So there's a couple pages come up in here. So it could represent a couple children. It is also representative, again, like I said before, it could be someone who wants to send a message of love, but who's shy and is not sure what to say. It's clarified. It's clarified by the Four of Cups and the Two of Swords. So this Page of Cups is feeling very sad that they didn't accept this offer before because felt like they didn't have enough information. But these are also clarified by the Judgment card, the Page of Swords, and the Five of Swords. So this is really heady, you know, it's really in the mind. We have the Two of Swords there. Sorry about the noise. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but they're mowing the lawn. These clarifiers are about, you know, the Judgment card's a wake-up call. It's about making a decision. It's about seeing something, the truth. Hearing the trumpet play, hearing the music, and wanting more. The conflict in his head, and Spirit's connecting with me about the music. The conflict in his head about starting some kind of communication and feeling the judgment of that. But he's getting over that worry. Okay? Because he's the Five of Swords upright here with Judgment. He's like, okay, so I might be judged, but I've dealt with the mental aspect of that and I'm ready to communicate. Okay, I've got the Page of Swords here. He wants information. He wants information. And it can be the Divine Feminine as well, represented in the Page of Cups, wanting the same. And them having defeated their own thoughts about being judged in this situation as a third party or whatever the situation is. But it is the Page of Cups. The hopes and fears is the Death card, or transformation, which is clarified by the Star and the Five of Swords again. So it really is about the Five of Swords. You know, it can be a very destructive, cruel person, but it can also be that doing that to yourself. It's really conflict of the mind, right? Of the thoughts. And it's like the fear of the death of all this fight for nothing, for his dreams. But knowing that in order to have those big dreams, the Star, everything fulfilled, that he does need to fight for it. He needs to allow himself to transform. And the clarifying cards for that were the Two of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Wands reversed, which is literally letting everything go. Letting all the past wounds go, letting all the things he's juggling go, letting the facade go. Is really transformation. Is letting everything go. And then the outcome is again the Queen of Pentacles. So she's come up like 3 times. She's clarified by the Hermit. And the Hermit was actually laying halfway into her body. And he's holding a light over another card I'm going to tell you in a moment. But so it's like the integration of the Hermit with the Queen of Wands. So the Hermit is the Divine Masculine, and he's already halfway merged with the Feminine. The clarifying cards for the Queen of Pentacles is the Seven of Swords reversed, and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So it's about either him seeing the divine feminine as working too much, overworking, or not working enough, in trying to get out of something. But it could represent the masculine as well, you know, overworking and trying to get out of something through work or being sneaky at work. It can also be when someone's specializing in their work and the Eight of Pentacles is reversed, they're not able to do their work well because they're distracted. And that's what this card is about, the Seven of Swords. There's distraction, so it's very difficult for this Queen of Pentacles to do her job properly, just function properly, because Pentacles are just practicalities in general. So maybe the Divine Masculine is realizing how difficult it's been for the Divine Feminine to function in the conditions she's been living with. And this, I'm going to show you how these were sitting. The Divine Masculine here as the Hermit was holding a light over. This is the Reunion card, and then the King of Cups, and then the Six of Cups, yeah, the Six of Cups there. So he's merged halfway with the feminine in that card, holding a light over the reunion, which is the Three of Cups. It's also lighting up this third-party situation that's going on, because he wants reunion. He wants to be the King of Cups, and Spirit's connecting with me. And he wants to be the Six of Cups, the twins, the innocent children. The King of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Three of Cups. The Hermit is highlighting these together. You know, how beautiful is that? And on the other side of the Queen, so the Queen, all that was on her right side, where the Divine Masculine was as the Hermit. And then on her left side is the High Priestess and the Two of Cups. So he's seeing his Divine Feminine as his Two of Cups, his soulmate, his twin. And they're both on top of the numerology deck cards that came out. The underlying energy for the numerology deck was rebirth. Okay, so again that ties in with the death card, transformation. But this is representative in this deck as the Tower card because it's number 16, which is the one, or the 6 working through the 1. 6 is about love, family, and community. The love inside working through leadership. All right, being a leader on the outside to lead your family. Rebirth. And then the star is the sacral chakra, the blue is the throat chakra. So he needs to speak up. That would be like asking for a date. Speaking up about your sacral chakra. Okay. That was the underlying energy, and underneath that was being an individual. So the Divine Masculine is learning to be on his own, to be an individual, be who he really is. That's his rebirth, okay, and his transformation. The cards that came out that the Two of Cups and the High Priestess were sitting on top of for the Queen of Pentacles were New Beginnings, music, and I don't know if you could see that, the yellow isn't coming up very good. So that's Happy Ending. See if I can get that up there for you. Okay. So New Beginnings. New Beginnings and music are both orange, but music is more of a grounded orange. It's more rusty, I'd say. So the new beginnings is all orange. It's all about the sacral chakra, all about passion and creativity. And it's a 1, so that's all masculine energy, driven, focused, selfish, not in a negative way. We all need to be selfish to survive, right? That's life. But this is in the positive way. It's new beginnings. It's the new start. And it's about leadership as well. And then music is also, it's kind of sacral going towards the root, because it is more of a grounded orange, and the middle is a yellow star, so that's of the solar plexus. So it's like gaining confidence through music. So in this passionate new beginning, using music to kind of, break the ice. And that's 32. So 2 is the feminine energy working through the 3, which is being social, like a date. So new beginnings and music. And then the third one is happy ending, which is now yellow. So we're kind of like above the root chakra, going up to the sacral chakra, and then coming up to the solar plexus with the happy ending, which is 93, is the 3 working through the 9. 3 is about communication, it's about self-expression, expressing yourself exactly the way you want to, and it's about coming together and being social. And it's also about siblings. But anyways, that inner happiness, because it's also the person who just smiles all the time. It's about that inner happiness showing through universal selflessness, or even endings. But in a person, showing on the outside would be that selfless person who just smiles from the inside all the time. Happy ending. And it's the sacral, or rather the solar plexus in the yellow, but the star is purple, so that's indigo, which is the third eye. So really nice, huh? So we had the Queen of Pentacles came up 3 times. So in the Queen of Pentacles, and that, since it's such a focus and it kept coming up during this read about this passion, there's passion all over the place here. And the 3 queens. It's about the masculine now seeing the difference between the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. And that the Queen of Pentacles is the final suit. It's the integration of all of these things. It's knowing that the Queen of Pentacles isn't just the stable, nurturing, loving person and maybe seen as boring. They've already integrated the Queen of Wands, the first suit, the Queen of Cups, the second suit. The only thing that's not represented here is the Queen of Swords. And there's a reason for that. And that's because there's positive and negative aspects in all of these suits. And the negative aspect of the Queen of Swords is something I think the masculine would not be able to handle, because it's of the mind. It's all of, the dark side of a Queen of Swords could be someone who's very dark in the mind, and I don't think the masculine it can even go to that thought right now. He's trying to be positive. And so goes right to the Queen of Pentacles, who incorporates all the suits already. She's already mastered all of them, and now she's in her element. She's manifesting. So he's beginning to understand this now. That she's not boring. She is all of those qualities. She is the Queen of Cups. She is the Queen of Wands. She is the Queen of Swords. She's the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, she's learned all of those lessons already. The major arcana here is the Sun, the Fool, the Magician, the Death card, and then the clarifying cards also had some major arcana, and that was the High Priestess, the Hierophant, and the Hermit. But it's really positive. It looks like he's just he's getting it together. He has focus now, and he's feeling very passionate, and he's got some things to take care of. But he's really beginning to get it, and he's going through that transformation process. And he's getting his energy back. It's really beautiful. It's like in his downtime he was really thinking, and he came already to the love and the passion part, and now he's trying to manifest that because it's going more into the Pentacles. So now I'm going to pull a few of the Oracle cards for the Divine Masculine. So what is the advice for the Divine Masculine? This is from the Ascension deck. For the Divine Masculine Twin Flames, what is the advice? What is the advice? Yep. Divine Masculine Twin Flames, what is the advice? We have Pallas Athena. It's number 48. Pallas Athena is known as the goddess of truth and wisdom. She is Lord of Karma for the fourth ray and holds the sword of truth to show humanity the way. Although she wields her sword for the highest ideals and divine truth, she prefers to use wisdom to settle disputes. Your guidance is to follow her example. See the higher perspective in all areas of conflict. Draw on your abundance of wisdom and tact to communicate with everyone concerned, and use the sword of truth to point the divine way forward. And the affirmation is, I use the sword of truth to lead the way. And there's no better clarification than that. It's just about telling the truth and using it with love to figure out how to sort out your life. 48 is a 3, so the 3's come up again. It's about 8, so we got the 8th day and the Lionsgate. It's that inner strength and wisdom, which is showing stability on the outside and the ability to manifest. The 4. That's the builder, the manifester. Okay, so it's really strong and earthly. It's just really being, you know, in your current world and needing to deal with the 3D, but bringing your higher consciousness and bringing it down to transmute the other things in your life. The bottom of the deck is Hilarion, which is 46. In case you're interested, and Pleiades was in there underneath. And the number for Hilarion is 46. Hilarion's from Saturn and steps down his energy through the Temple of Truth over Crete. Alright, so we have another card talking about truth. He is negotiator for Earth on the Council of Saturn and helps us remain connected to our spiritual journey. As master of the orange 5th ray of technology, science, truth, and knowledge, he invites you to open your mind so that he can drop seeds for new ideas into your consciousness. He assists those who are ready to become higher channels and clairvoyants. Your guidance is to sit quietly and ask him to help you be all that you can be. So the Divine Masculines may not be in the same mindset or mission as their Divine Feminine. They may not be doing readings on YouTube. Maybe their job is in science and knowledge and technology, and they need to just learn how to open their higher consciousness to bring in elements that will help them with their mission in that respect. And 46 again is the 6 of Cups. It's the 6 of love, family, and community, working through again that 4 of stability and manifestation, like giving off that personality of, they got it. Then we have the past life deck for the Divine Masculine. What is the advice? Monk or nun? Okay, so it's important, and actually the card next to it's coming out too. Yep. Alright, so imprisonment or slavery with the monk or nun, alright? This no longer applies in this life. You need to cut all ties to any vows. We're not supposed to be sacrificing for no reason. Okay? And the bottom of the deck is vows. So everything's pointing to the same thing. Okay, the vows in your past life are an issue for you now. Maybe you were a monk or a nun in a past life. Or it could be now. I don't know. But it's about imprisonment or slavery. That we're not supposed to sacrifice like that. That's not love. You're not supposed to not express yourself sexually. That it's a part of human nature. It's who we are. And it's very beautiful in the divine partnership. You don't need to sacrifice so that others can be happy. Your mission here is your happiness. You're finding your joy, your happiness, and through your joy, you're able to radiate that out to others, and that's your mission. That's how you love others, is by loving yourself first, by finding your joy and your happiness, and Spirit's connecting with me, of course, on that. Okay, so you have to set yourself free. It's not just free from this relationship, it's free from all of these things you've been taught, all of the family templates that we've been taught, which are not correct. We're not supposed to be slaves, we're supposed to be free and sovereign beings to love. So make sure to cut cords with everything that is no longer in your highest good. And vows, seals, ownership, military ownership, all of these things. You need to let go of all of those things. And then for the journey of love, came right out, rings of time. And if you're interested, the bottom of the deck is the cloak. And that's number 50. So it's 0, which is source, working through change, freedom, sex. Just confirming, right? And then the card that came out for the journey of love is 44, rings of time. And I really see it as emerging. 44 is the 4 of Cups. It's about that offer of love. You know, you have all these other 3 cups of love and you're being offered another one. And you don't see the good in it because there's something else you're still thinking about. But the numbers 44, it's representative of Atlas, carrying the weight of the world upon your shoulders. Because it's 4, you know, 4 is the most earthly of all the numbers. It's about building and stability and living on this earth, you know. It's about manifesting. So it's being that solid, stable builder inside and the outside. You know, it's Atlas. It's being totally solid, you know. Like Leo might represent that as well. So Leo is more representative of 8, but 8 is just like the higher octave of 4. It's that higher octave of manifestation because it's inner and outer strength. So that's how it ties in together. And I'm going to read you the rings of time. And I wanted to remind you too, the central card for the read was 8 of Wands. And so that tied in perfectly with the 8-8 portal today. And new beginnings, the Sun, the Fool, Magician, you know, how powerful is that? And the Death card. So 44 is rings of time. Divine timing is granted to us as a gift. Sometimes if we want to be further ahead than we are, that gift can seem like a restriction rather than a generous holding. Much like traffic that moves systematically so that not only one car, but many can reach their destination according to a greater harmony and alignment, we are like individual cars that must sometimes accept red lights and at other times can flow swiftly through many green lights. And Spirit's connecting with me. It is just this way, this systematic flow of divine energy through human manifestation. Your spiritual maturation is happening perfectly. There is no need to bother yourself about timing, and Spirit's really connecting with me on that one. When doors open, walk through. When there appear to be no such openings, rest and reflect. The rings of time serve you, beloved. This oracle brings you a message that the divine is completely responsible for the timing of every event, opportunity, and happening of grace in your life. All you need to do is live your life. Everything else is taken care of for you now. This applies to all of your plans and the unfolding of all of your relationships. Let it all breathe, and let the divine happen as it will. And the poem reads, there's a beautiful silence now, as I hold your hands and listen to your eyes. Across a span of moments called time, there are no words that say as much, nor walls that could confine the wings of our feelings or the rhythm of our eyes. Okay. And maybe just one more for the Divine Feminine. How about that? From the Journey of Love. The Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, Twin Flames. What is the advice for Divine Feminines? Divine Feminine, Twin Flames. Heart Fire. And the bottom of the deck is Sensual Awakening. Sensual Awakening, and actually Rings of Time was right underneath that. So Sensual Awakening is 64, and the card that was pulled is just number 1, Heart Fire. Kind of matches me today, huh? Alright, number 1, I'm going to read you that. This is for the Divine Feminine. Okay. Passion is igniting within you. It is not a time when things will remain still, even if the change is only sensed as a subtle stirring underneath the surface of things. Even if slow at first, passion will unfold from within your heart, soon to be burning bright like the sun, unrestrained. You are learning how to ride waves of passion, through eruptions of heat and descent into coolness, bearing the absence of fire only to realize it is returning to you again. Ride its waves, knowing that passionate bliss will always return to a heart that is on fire with love for life. The coolness allows us to experience heat. Once you realize that the fire emerging from within you will ebb and flow, you will trust in its presence. You will realize that whether your passionate fire is obvious, and Spirit's really connecting with me, drawing you into life, or dwelling quietly within, gaining power from the deepest sources of your being, soon to rise once more, it is a constant in your heart. Accept the fire of your heart and know that this is how you are meant to be, on fire with love for all that is. This oracle brings a message for you. Trust the passion and the fire of your heart to guide your decisions now. What would make you feel most alive? Choose that. If you're feeling a lack of genuine passion in your life, take comfort that it is awakening in your own heart now, bringing something that has been long in rest back to life. Life unfolds in wondrous ways, and time together fills the days with unexpected gifts beyond our wildest dreams, like open hearts as feelings start to face the longing when we part. Our souls know this is more than what it seems. In gratitude I offer prayer, with thanks for this love so rare, asking guidance on this sweet sojourn. The answers come in tears that flow, emotions raw, and smiles that show. Becoming one is worth the wait until I can return. Okay, so it's really beautiful. They go together really well. It's about passion for those feminines. Alright, something that hasn't been around for a while. Okay, so hang in there through this this portal and the upcoming solar eclipse on the 21st. Make sure to take care of yourself. I heard something too that came up about grid work and things like that, that your inner child and all of this work is of utmost importance. That's the most important thing, more above the grid work, is loving yourself, and make sure you're taking care of your vessel and doing your clearing and your transmuting every day. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're transmuting all the negative energies and learning how to manifest our life this way, bringing the 5D into the 3D, being able to function in this world by transmuting these negative energies every day and keeping ourselves at that high vibration of love. That's the mission. Okay? So have an amazing week. I wish you all much love. Love, light, and luck in this month. And just rise and be loved. Okay? Take care, everyone. I wish you all the best.